I'm Dan.
I'm Ryan.
And this is Bourbon Sauce. Welcome back. We have another episode here for you. We're going to review Sergeant's Valor. I heard this one's really good. It was given to me by a guy at the 160th who happened to go out to this distillery and brought it back with him. Justin Ellis, thank you, Chief Ellis, for bringing this back. I appreciate it. I already took a few nips off it before.
I noticed.
But that's been months ago.
And that's what BHawk Distillery?
BHawk Distillery, yeah, which is after Brad Haling, I believe is his name. Badass dude in his own right. Also a 160th guy. Was part of the Mogadishu Black Hawk Down deal. And this one's just their bourbon. Let's see.
That's a 3-blend bourbon, and I think the juice comes out of Bardstown.
Yeah. And this one's 93 proof. Like I said, this one's called Sergeant's Valor. And it's a straight bourbon whiskey. It's got a nice little saying on the label here. I love the embossment on it.
I noticed that.
Fucking pretty badass. Usually on the back there's like an in honor of. He'll write something for the bottles, and I think because Chief Ellis got this, he didn't write anything on the back. But ordinarily you'll have somebody that's in honor of for the bottle, which is kind of cool too.
That is,
because I like deployment cigars, and you have the wrapper, and it's in memoriam.
And I think we're working to get him on the show as well, yeah?
Yeah. So hopefully, once this airs, Brad will see it, and he'll be like, yes, let's do this thing.
Only if we leave a good review.
Yeah, only if we leave a good review. But I do like the bottle. It's got I'll hand it over to you so you can do the uncorking and stuff, and you can check out the embossment even on the cork itself on the top.
There's curious. I'd be curious for the 3 chevrons on the back.
What it means?
Maybe that's for sergeants.
Maybe. I would imagine.
Maybe it's the sergeant chevrons.
That would make sense. It's kind of unique the way the bottle is made, though.
It is. I've not seen too many bottles similar to this.
No, even the shape is unique.
Let's see.
Shit, yeah. That was a good one.
Mm-hmm.
This MSRP is about $60. And like I said, it was gifted to us from Chief Ellis, so free 99 for us, which is awesome. I love when people give us stuff.
I short you some.
No, you gave me a better pour than yourself.
Oh, okay. I thought I gave it about the same. Maybe it's the angle of the glass.
It's got pretty light.
Kind of like the angle of the dangle.
Pretty light color.
It is.
Smells good. So this one's about 4 years old, aged bourbon. I don't think it says the mash on it, but I know that.
Well, it's a blend of 3 bourbons, so I'd be curious as to what 3. Because that automatically means there are probably 3 different mash bills.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe Brad can answer that for us at another point, but yeah, it doesn't say. If you guys are curious, you can go to their website, halingwhiskey.com, and read more about them, read more about Brad's history, more about their distillery. You can shop, get some swag.
Definitely some dried fruit on the nose. Maybe some kind of...
like floral.
Yeah, I was going to say maybe some kind of floral or aromatic there.
Like a bouquet of flowers. And then a mix of like your normal bourbon notes, like a light caramel, oak.
See, I don't get much of that at all. I get the dried fruit and bouquet of some kind, aromatics, floral.
Yeah, definitely get floral, but cheers.
Cheers.
That's tasty. Got a decent mouthfeel. Definitely feels like Bardstown. Like some of their collector series that they've got. It smells a little hotter than it drinks for me.
I get some nuttiness to it.
I don't really get the nutty. I definitely get cherry though. Like right up front. Mid palate, a lot of cherry. It's got a good, like, it's a tight hug, like real up close.
It does have a really good hug to it.
And it doesn't drink too hot, you know, with it being 93 proof and all.
I get almost like a fresh baked bread. How it comes out real fresh, real warm, and you get like a
Yeah, I get what you're saying, like that flaky bread part.
that, and you get
Like a few,
bread can sometimes almost seem a little nutty, a little buttery.
I do get a little butteriness to it. Not a lot though. It's like a buttered toast, almost like a.
It does kind of have like a velvety feel in the mouth. It coats really well.
Yeah, and it wasn't super viscous. You know, legs are pretty quick on it.
Maybe that's a leather undertone I'm getting instead of a nuttiness on the back end.
I can see that. I definitely, yeah. The more I drink it, the more like the cherry breaks apart,
Mm-hmm.
and you get like you ever chew on the stem of the cherry, like a little bit, where it's a little bitter.
Yeah, I was gonna say they're a little bitter.
So you get a little bit of that bitterness, which is probably like the oak and the char mixed together with that cherry. You get a little bittery, a little bitterness.
Hmm.
But it's good.
A little bit of a toasty note in there somewhere that I'm picking up on. But again, that could be that leather note playing with everything on the back end that I'm picking up.
Almost like a fruit cake in a little bit. Like candy, like a Jolly Rancher cherry almost in a way.
Jolly Rancher.
You know what I mean? Let's go to the board.
A few moments later.
A decently long finish though.
I would agree. It does have a pretty good finish.
Kind of lingers around.
Mm-hmm. I'm ready, friend.
All right. Well, let's get into this on the smell.
That was totally Waterboy. I'm ready, friend. Let's do this, Bobby.
Bobby Boucher.
Will you be my friend? No.
Bourbon's the devil.
Mm-hmm. I appreciate what you're showing me right now.
She showed me her boobies, and I like them too. All right. BHawk, Sergeant's Valor, 93 proof bourbon. On the smell. What do you got?
5.
Shiza. All right.
You?
I did 6.5.
So for me, the nose was, as we've learned, I'm not a huge floral nose guy, and I'm not huge on floral on the palate. So the floral kind of drove down the smell for me a little bit.
Oh, that's fine. Yeah. Makes sense to me. Taste?
6.
I gave it a 7. I liked it because it reminds me a little bit of Stag, with that cherry flavor.
Yeah.
And I do like Bardstown anyway, for the most part. So
yeah, I thought it was good. I just feel like it was missing for me, missing my normal mark.
Could have a little more complexity.
Yeah.
I will say that.
I mean, obviously, this is just a straight bourbon blended, not single barrel. So
Yeah.
And I think part of that too is where I've gotten so used to single barrels and the complexity that follows.
Yeah.
I do find it to have a rather interesting complexity as far as that goes, with those leather notes on the back, because that was really tripping me up on whether it was some nuttiness or toasted or whatever. But the more I sipped on it, the more the leather kind of came out on the back end.
I agree.
Price?
Drinkability.
Drinkability. I said 6.
I gave it a 7 again. I felt that this was something definitely I could sip on easily.
I would agree with that. I definitely gave it the 6 because I felt it was above average.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Price?
I asked you already.
Oh, 6.
I gave it a 5.5.
Yeah, I mean for $60.
Yeah.
I mean it was free for me, so that's why I give it a slight bump because it was free 99. But for it being a Bardstown and a blend of 3, and we have no idea like which 3 they picked, and it being a little younger, it says 4+ for the age, so it's like, well, is one like 7-year? Is one like you don't know what those ages truly are, so it kind of leaves a little mystery there.
I said yes on share.
I agree for sure. I would share this. Why? I think that's all bourbon is meant to be shared for the most part, but in particular, this one I think would be worthy. You are worthy.
Overall,
6.6,
5.6.
So we're about a point apart.
Yeah,
not too bad.
No,
not too much variance there, but I mean that's typical for us. We're usually
pretty close.
Ballpark.
Yeah. All in all, I thought it was a good bourbon. I think they've done a pretty good job with the way they blended them.
Yeah.
Because the juice obviously goes to them, and then they do their blending magic. And then, just what it stands for, all in all, I think it's a good product.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I would endorse it just based on the premise that it's, somebody from the 160th talking about, all the things that go along with this for remembrance sake. And, Brad himself is, an amputee and he's a bad dude. But
I think they bring a good product.
Yeah.
Along with it.
We should start doing packaging.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I feel like some of these bottles, their packaging is exceptionally better than others. And this is one where it's like really fucking detail oriented.
Well, I mean, I don't see why not. We could definitely talk about the packaging on them. Because, I would call it the sex appeal.
Yeah.
The bottle sex appeal.
The shelf jewelry appeal.
I think we could definitely throw that as a rating on there. I'm sticking with sex appeal. You call it shelf jewelry.
Bottle sex appeal.
Yeah, you call it sex. You call it shelf jewelry if you
call
want.
It Sex Panther.
Yeah, that's, oh yes. Oh yes. It's banned in 50 states.
Yeah.
Oh, it stings the nostrils. Yeah.
Yeah. I think we might add that. That'd be an interesting little category to add for some of them.
Yeah.
Because some are,
I think for sex appeal, just because we're on it, I think I would give this like a 7.5. I think it's a sleek bottle design. Yeah. I think, the embossment's good on it. It definitely makes it a little more sophisticated.
Yep.
Well,
and of course, it's out like Southern Pines area. You know what I mean?
And then the cork on top is really well done.
Yeah.
And
it's nice cork.
Yeah, it's engraved. So it's right there.
Yeah. Fancy.
It's got the Sergeant's Valor, and then it has the V with a dagger across it. So I think they did really good on that. Then that has to be the Sergeant chevrons on the back of the bottle.
It's got to be. That's the only thing I can think of. Unless it's like venting from like a helicopter or something, but
maybe. What would you rate the sex appeal of the bottle?
I'd give it an 8.
An 8?
An 8. That's really nice.
I was waiting for him to say, I give it a 10.
No.
10. I still got wood.
I don't know. I think the Bib and Tucker for me is the best elegant looking bottle.
So you would say that's a 10?
Yeah, I would give Bib and Tucker a 10, man.
He's still got wood on the Bib and Tucker.
That one's fantastic because they do so much with their bottles, and each of their cork toppers are usually unique too.
And that's where I would go with Hard Truth.
That's the one you like the most?
Oh, it's like old style wood corks. Like the top of each cork is different. The shape of the bottle. It's now. I mean, there may be others out there, but that one is that has got a very nice appeal to me, especially the cork topper.
You know which one's close to that for me? The Boss Hog.
The Boss Hog. Now
all the whiskey. So
now, if we're talking, because you said packaging, right?
Yeah.
So talking packaging and bottle, that whole ordeal.
Yeah, it's they do it up for the Whistle Pig stuff. Like they're higher end Boss Hogs.
Mm-hmm.
They do it right on those ones for sure. Everyone.
And I think Smoke Wagon's higher end bottles are really nice too.
Yeah,
with the embossment on the bottle, especially the way they do the vines and stuff.
I mean, even the Derringer's packaged nice.
The Derringer's that bottle, but it's a really crazy, interesting bottle.
Yeah,
the juice is just
not worth it. And I'm really curious once we get into these master keeps how that's gonna roll. I
think they're a nice, elegant bottle, but there's nothing that stands out about them.
No, there's nothing unique about them other than like the fact that they're in those cool packages.
And then the Harper, what's the one that's
IW Harper?
The one that's finished Chardonnay, maybe.
Oh, the Cabernet finish.
Cabernet, it's in that really elegant bottle.
Well, even a normal IW15 like that.
Is that not the one that's finished?
No, that's the normal 15 year.
Is it?
I mean, it's still nice.
Yeah, it's the 15 year that has that old style elegant decanter.
Yeah. I mean, they're still old school. Like reminds me of like.
Goes right along with your
Great Gatsby type stuff.
Your sign. We went down the rabbit hole on bottle sex appeal today.
Okay. I still do like the packaging for the Knob Creek 18 year where they put that wood crate around it.
I've not seen that on any more since that first one we found.
It was just that first one. I think they did it just for that and none ever. So it's interesting that they only did it one time. I don't know, and it would have been cooler if like it was used, like if they used the cask, like the wood from those.
Yep,
that'd have been badass if they would have did that.
Now I will say this: Willet pot stilled bottle is an interesting bottle that has a great allure and appeal. Right,
that's why it sells.
Once, I have yet to meet a person.
Yeah.
I have yet, and I'm sure there's people out there. I have yet to meet a person who repurchased.
I agree.
After the first bottle.
I don't know many people. There was one person I was on a TDY with, and they said that they liked Willet Pot Still, and I was like, we are no longer discussing bourbon at this point.
We are not friends.
we are not discussing
Check, please.
Anymore from here. But that was our review on the BHawk Sergeant's Valor. If you guys agree, disagree, let us know in the comments section. Make sure you stay tuned for the following Wednesday after this for the trivia that Ryan's going to do on TikTok. And
I think the only place you can get this right now is in North Carolina.
Yeah, I haven't seen it on shelves anywhere else. And I don't even know if you can get it outside of the distillery at BHawk Distillery right now. So that's something else that we could probably discuss with Mr. Brad Holling when we have him on. Figure out what their expansion thoughts are, plans, future plans. And if you guys got questions, drum them up, put them in the Discord, put them in our Patreon chat, or wherever else you can reach us. Because we can start doing that too, where we ask these people that we talk to offline when we don't do the live tastings with you guys. Gives you a chance that we can even ask those questions as Patreon members. But until next time, drink your favorite drink. Hopefully it's bourbon, and get sauced. Cheers.
Cheers.